Guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Today we're going to open up some shards. I'm going to be a real big idiot and not wait till a double summoning event because, hey, it's content. That's what I tell myself at least. And we're going to open up 68 ancient shards and 4 sacred shards at the end of today's video. We have a 10-time event going on right now, but at the time of this posting, there's only probably a few hours left. Now, I really am a big fan of Lua in this. She has a attack all enemies 3 times on her A2, a great spider champion. She has the depletion of turn meter by 100% as well on the A3. She's one of my favorite champions on here, along with Royal Guard, who's one of my favorite champions in the entire game. I think that Royal Guard is really worth summoning on this event, and that's a very rare thing for me to say because I don't think that 10 times events are generally worth it at all. But considering on Ancients and Sacreds, you have a 10-time on Royal Guard. Now's your chance to try to get him. I don't know. It's an 8% chance to get in Epic, obviously, from an Ancient Shard. So I would go ahead and give it a shot if I didn't have Royal Guard, but it depends on, where you are in the game and if you are comfortable spending money or if you're saving up your shards and you only use them in 2 times events. That's, of course, where you really, generally speaking, want to be saving your shards for. So Tyrant Ixlamore is really awesome. I like this champion. He's the one I'm hoping to get here in this shard pulling video. His damage is based off of defense. He has a HP burn on his A2 on an AoE. On the A3 as an ally protect and increased defense buff on all allies 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. And his passive is damage. It decreases damage inflicted by enemies under the HP burn debuffs by 10%. Great champion for dungeons. Great champion for clan boss as well. Really one of the better champions, certainly in Demon Spawn, and really in the entire game. So he is my the number 1 wish. Crypt King Grawl. These freaking names. How do they think? I want to know the employee at Plarium whose only job it is to come up with these characters' names. It sounds like a pretty cool job, not gonna lie. So Crypt King Grawl on his A1 here, he's an attack-based champion on his A1. I think everywhere, right? Attack-based champion, even though he is a support champion, has a decreased attack debuff for 2 turns on the A1. On the A2, he has a HP burn chance at 75 on a 3-turn, 3 times at random on that one, and then attacks all enemies, has a freeze debuff on each target for 1 turn if they are under HP burn debuff, extends the duration of any HP burn debuffs by 3 turns, and this cannot be resisted. Well, it's kind of, the fact that it can't be resisted is kind of moot because you need it for the HP burn anyway. So yeah, cool and all, but it'd be better if any of his debuffs couldn't be resisted. Then he would be a really viable legendary champion. As of right now, I would call him maybe average, a little bit below average. HP in all battles by 33% is actually a pretty solid aura when it comes to HP. So I already have Biggin, but I think he is the best nuker in the game, certainly in the conversation, along with Trunda and Ethos and Foley, and probably a couple more as well. I always think that Ignatius is another champion who is kind of an underrated nuker in the game. There's others out there as well, for sure. So let's start with the Ancients, guys. Here we go. Again, the chances do not go up of getting a champion, so, the odds are heavily against us, even getting a legendary here, 0.5% chance. So if we even got 1 legendary, it would be incredibly lucky. So we do get a Royal Guard, so there you have it. I already have 2 Royal Guards built, so I don't think I'm going to build another one. So he will be trash until they have a way for, not trash, but he'll be in the vault, I should say, until they have a good use for duplicates inside this game. I don't think in Doom Tower I'm going to need 3 Royal Guards. So a bunch of rares here on the second round of pulls. Whatever, some solid rares there, but we're not too excited about rares here, certainly in this video. So Bushi for the 100th time, Apothecary, and Executioner. We got a Skull Crusher there, one of the only 3 counterattack champions in the game, and then we got a Tashada and Grappler. So Skull Crusher, you guys already are familiar with him. Apothecary, I'm assuming you guys know most of these champions, so I'm not going to go ahead and, you know what, I'll give you 1 Sacred before we make room. 1 Sacred. So who are we going to get here is the question. It is going to be Defiled Sinner. So Defiled Sinner is on his A1. Is an attack-based champion. Don't get too excited about it. Does have a 50% chance of landing the decreased defense. 5 or more enemies alive. Does the following attack instead. Has the increased attack buff on this champion for 2 turns before attacking. Yuck. Alright, so attack 1 enemy, then attacks all enemies, inflicting damage equal to 15% of this damage. Okay. And it cannot even be critical. That sucks. And then attacks all enemies. Damage increases by 10% for each enemy alive. Stacks up to 100%. So interesting maybe for Spider, but, you know, I don't know. I'm not a... let's see, I consider, yeah, Spider's Den 4.7. I think that's probably the only area you'd be wanting to use this champion. Let me make room, be right back. Alright guys, here we go. Time for 3 more rounds of the Ancients. Settling in nicely to the new place here, for those of you who care. I do need to still replace the battery in my my smoke detector, and I also need to treat the room in terms of sound, so I'm trying to keep my volume down. That way it doesn't kind of have too much reverb. Going into the next round, let's see what we have here. So we start out with Talia. We get a Snorting Thug. Get a Kale, Elder, Valerie, who's champion that I'm thinking about potentially doing a guide on. I don't think she's endgame really rare champion, but certainly can carry a large bit of support with her shield in mid game. So Preserver, Anointed, Raider, Mystic Hand, Beast Wrestler, Templar, and Blood Painter. Be right back. So Champion Chase, guys, just check in here. We claim these rewards. We get the summon frags, which are what we really want here, but 2 legendary books, 5,500. Let's see if we can get there, guys. Let's see if we can get there. All right, so back to the drawing board here, and you know what? I'm gonna buy a few shards from the shop. That way we can open a. Okay, so I need to do, let's see, 2 more here, but I'm still gonna have a weird number. Let's go in there, here, and oh, we have 30. Perfect. Okay, cool. So we'll do 30 and 3 and call it a video. Hopefully, if we pull a legendary, we will get to the... I saw the tournament points, and I'm like, what is that? All right. Jizzo is nothing too special. Haikatoon's actually really, really solid. I think I already have her, but I will build her out. Obviously, I had her in a daily login at some point here, but I've gotten to the point where I'm so full in the old champion vault in collection that I have to sometimes sacrifice epics. So she might have been a victim of that, though. So Thenisil's a super solid champion, guys. I should have talked about why I like Haikatoon, but I'm assuming most of you are familiar with her. Oskind has an increased defense and a heal, a great heal based on his max HP on a 3-turn. One of my favorite supports in the game. A few people asked me in the comments to do another guide on him. He was one of the first guides I did on YouTube, and suffice it to say, you know, I don't really know if I stand by that stuff. You know, when I started this channel a year ago, I was a new player, so I learned a lot over the last year. I'll open 1 more Sacred, then we'll make room, and this video will be over. Okay, so we end up pulling an epic there. We're not going to get these points, man. Another Royal Guard. We'll be right back. All right, our final 10 here, and then we have 2 Sacreds. Come on, man. Come on, Raid Gods. Give me something here. Give me something. And this is nothing. Tyrell, one of the better epics in the game. Already have him, but, you know. Okay, there we go, there we go. And, okay, it's Richtoff the Bold here. Certainly not one of the best champions in the game, but let's go ahead and go over his kit here, guys. Attacks all enemies, decreases each target's max HP by 30% of the damage inflicted. That is on his A1. Ooh. That's really cool. I didn't realize that he had an AoE on his A1. Now that I say that, I think that maybe I knew that, but wow, okay, that's cool. Makes him like a good blender option, right? Attacks 1 enemy 3 times, and then each hit has a 5% poison debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. 1 enemy 3 times. Each hit plays a 5% on all enemies for 2 turns on a 3-turn. That's sweet. Attacks 1 enemy, critical damage increased by 20% for each poison debuff on the target, stacks up to 100%. I really like this guy, dude. I really like this guy. His aura is ally attack and faction crips by 27%. Very, very interesting. What do you guys think of it? Anybody own Richtoff the Bold? Let me go ahead and just do a quick check to see what people think of him. All right. Hi. Sorry about that. Had a crying baby. All right, so let's take a look. So he does have pretty bad rankings here out of people who think of him, but I actually like this champion. Did he get buffed? Or is he just, or am I just thinking that he's better than he is? You like him? Like this guy? Yeah, me too. All right, B, let's go ahead and pull the last 2 sacreds, Charlie. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2. Here we go. And an epic. And it's Tashada. You like Tashada?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too. All right, here we go. Next one is another epic. So, hey, at least we got Jareg is really solid. Has the ally protect and increased defense on the 4 turn. And then he has his passive is a decreased attack on his A1 for clan boss. Amazing. And then his passive is cool too. 50% continuous heal buff on an ally for 1 turn whenever an ally loses 20% of their max HP in 1 hit. So guys, that is going to do it. I'm going to save my voice for an actual 2-time event since I already do have, and I will be doing a Grackle, by the way. The Gaunt, I should be getting a few shards. Actually, let's see. I think I collected them all in the tournament there, but let's see if we get these legendary books. We get 1. How close are we? We're 100 away. I could open up all of my mysteries, but since I have the gems, we'll be a dirty gemmer and do 10 more. Boom. I probably could have used those for masteries, but here we go. 10 more. Ready?
Yeah.
Boom. What are you looking at? You looking at you in the... He's sick. You a little sicky?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to get some more juice, right? Okay, let's see gold. Let's see yellow. Okay. Miscreated monster. Really solid, obviously. I have a few of him, so I don't need another one, but of course he has the AoE stun on the A2, and the ally protect, and the OP shield on the A2 based on 25% of the damage inflicted, stun on the A1, and the ally protect and continuous heal on himself for 3 turns. On the A3, it's alive. Also has a fear whenever an attacker is or ally is attacked while they have that ally protection up. All right, guys, that is going to do it for the video. Now I can go collect my legendary book. Well worth the shards to get although I could have painstakingly opened all my mysteries. Have you guys ever done that? Just sat there to get and open mysteries after mysteries after mysteries just to get more points in a champion chase tournament? Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys. You want to say bye? Say bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye, guys.